Hey, welcome to my Chattahoochee Bank project. This is Josiah Martin, and we're looking at the index page right now of the Chattahoochee Bank project. So if we click here to log in, we'll be prompted for the customer ID and password. So if we initially just don't enter anything, we'll get some front-end validation telling us that we need to enter in a password and an ID. If we enter in an ID but no password, it'll say we need a password. If we enter in the wrong password, we'll get thrown an error, and then we have to go back to the login, enter in the correct user credentials, and then click submit. So now this is the account lookup page. If we try to look up something initially without entering any information, same thing happens. We need a valid account number first, but if we don't have a customer ID, it'll prompt us for a customer ID as well. And the reason is just because if we have a customer that logs in and tries to look up an account and we just select the account by the account number, then we may be getting the wrong account for this particular customer. So we need them to enter in the customer ID as well. So whenever we click look up, it'll take us to actually a different JSP page, which is called display account. And in this one, it works a little bit different. We actually use the use bean script or tag, so this auto-populates using the customer object that was already in the session. So there's not as much validation that needs to be done here, besides just like if they enter in the wrong, if they don't have an account number and they're trying to look up, then we need to make sure they have an account number or a customer ID. It doesn't really matter if they enter in a wrong customer ID here, because if the customer ID, say for example, is a valid customer ID like 005, then it's just still going to select the same account number for that customer. So if they reset the form here, it's not going to take away any values, and this is because in this one we're auto-populating these inputs. So this reset form button is really for if they erase some of the information and they want to see it again. It's just going to get the same information. Which brings us to view all accounts. So let's say, for example, the customer doesn't know what account number they're wanting to look up. So if they forget their account number, if they know their customer ID and they have logged in, then they can view all their accounts here. And if they, whenever they view all their accounts, it presents all their accounts in a tabular format with their account number, account type, and account balance. And it also tells them their customer ID and their first name up here. And it's pretty specific. It tells you your accounts. And that's it. Thanks.